Hey guys, so today I'm going to be taking a look at this weekend's test server. I'm going to try free roll this and kind of not edit my commentary. I usually, depending on if it's a tutorial or not or a guideline, I tend to edit my commentary, but I'm going to see if I can just do this one take, so there's not going to be any editing involved as well. If you prefer this kind of commentary, let me know. It's a lot easier for me as well. So basically today's date is December 3rd, 2016. We were asked to test a couple of things here: the new light robot, new medium, new heavy. Then they were supposed to add paint jobs for the Rhino, Gepard, Boa, and Lancelot, but I think they forgot to do that, so we won't be looking at any of the paint jobs. I have featured the light robot and the medium robot on my YouTube channel, so we're going to be taking a look at the heavy instead. So let's get down to it. As you can see, my empty hanger here has silver at 1 million and gold we're given 50,000. So I'm going to go on buy robot. As you can see, the light robot's name is Jesse. The medium is called Doc. And the heavy, which is what I'm going to be focusing on, is called Butch. And if you take a look at the stats. So let me just purchase this because those stats are, they're representing like sort of the stock form of the robot. So if we take a look at the maximum HP for the Butch, it's 155,000 HP. 30 kilometers an hour, and its ability is the quick draw ability. So this is, when everything is maxed out, those are the stats that you're looking at. And I'm going to go put on some thunders. I will kind of explain, my thought process behind it once I have 5 of these loaded up. Let's go ahead and we'll purchase some weapons here. Go through. Let's purchase another one. Actually, something that I should mention too, because I know a lot of players are going to be asking me, and they're going to say, well, 5,000 gold, they thought it was going to be workshop points. The thing is, we actually really don't know. If you take a look at the Butch right now, it's showing at 5,000 gold, but if I keep on scrolling and I go to, say, the Rhino, and we're looking at the Rhino Knight right now, and it's showing 5,000 gold. We all know that the Rhino costs 15,000 workshop points. So what we can gather, I will say, from the price of this Butch robot, the potential, for it to be 5,000 gold is there, but it could also possibly be 15,000 or around that neighborhood in workshop points as well, which is, it's quite possible that that could happen. We won't really know until they release these robots, because that's generally when most players find out the actual price of it. So what I'm going to do on this one, I'm going to load up thunders as well. And then I'm going to load up, let's load up tridents. And what I will also do is I will kind of explain my thought process between, why I'm running the current weapons on this robot. So this one I'm going to be putting Zeus on. And then we'll go with some tridents. I think what I may do is, let me think. I will go with KWKs. And let's go with some more Zeus, why not? Now this last one I'm going to be mixing up, because I know some are going to ask me to do this, so I'm going to actually go ahead and do that. I'm going to run 4 trebs on this. And actually, before I select my weapons, some were asking me during the live stream, and even comments, why not put 4 Ansels on this thing? Well, if you look at the store, it's actually not allowing us to put Ansels, so you can't put Ansels on it. So I'm going to roll with 4 of these, and then I'll explain my hanger and why I chose those weapons. And we're going to also take a closer look at this thing too. So let's go back to the first one. So we go to equip. Let's take a 3D view of this. Okay, so this is what the Butch robot looks like. I actually like the details of it, and you know, there's kind of a chrome, I think you want to say chrome finish. It has like a very, I would say more copper finish, but the shininess of it I really like. So I like where they're going with that. And this robot is very unique too. So in a sense, it kind of reminds me almost like a pattern. If you ever look at the front of a pattern. In fact, let's take a look at the front of a pattern now. So you see how the front of this looks like? Kind of, in a way, reminds me of a bigger pattern. Where is the pattern? So you see the front, it kind of almost looks like that. You know, the front of the pattern. Let's go back to the Butch. See what I mean? Kind of looks the same in the front, just like a bigger version of it. So why did I pick the Thunders and the Zeus? So I think in order to maximize the effectiveness of this kind of robot, I would say you have to, or at least you should consider different weapon ranges. Because it is so unique, you know, having the ability to change your weapons, it's something that makes it more versatile. So why not, right? So in this case, you know, I could be firing at someone with my Zeus from 600 meters away. If they get too close, then at least I have the Thunders to help, you know, take them out, because Thunders do more damage up close than the Zeus does. So, you know, I have that kind of flexibility and that versatility in this bot. And you're going to see this carried through as well. So in the case of, you know, the Thunder and the Trident, I'm kind of doing the same thing. Although with Tridents, you have splash damage. So if someone's hiding behind cover, they're like camping it out, I might decide to use Tridents because, you know, that's pretty effective. The splash damage radius on the Trident is the widest in the game. So I might decide to use that. And if they come out and they try to attack me, at least I have Thunders to kind of counter that sort of attack. Because once again, Thunders do more damage up close than Tridents do. With this build, I have 2 Tridents and 2 Zeus. Now, the benefit of having, you know, kind of a mix like this is if someone is hiding, like I said, behind a building, Tridents might work better. If they're out in the open, Zeus can be extremely deadly, especially with that 5-second reload time. If you're considering, say, a Rhino that is kind of rushing you, you may want to use the Trident because splash damage will do more damage than the Zeus to a Rhino, because with the Zeus you would actually have to break the Rhino's shield, but having the Tridents you don't have to do that. So that's something that, you know, I would consider. In this next one here, I have KWKs and I have Zeus. So for example, if I'm facing a team of Furies and they're out there and, you know, they have a lot of Tridents, I may decide to use the KWKs because I have reach 1100 meters, so that I can take them out. And if they get too close, then at least I have the Zeus, which is, you know, more damage at every 5 seconds, and you have that 600 meter range. So that's something, you know, I'm kind of altering my builds based on the range as well, and also the properties of each weapon. Moving down to the last one here, I have Trebs. Now, the reason why I put Trebs on, and I think the same would actually go for Zeniths too. If you take a look at the reload or the cooldown time of a Trebuchet, in order to do maximum damage with a Trebuchet, you have to wait 23 full seconds. So what I can do is I can then switch and fire the other 2. But then while, you know, you're waiting for these weapons to recharge up, you know, it kind of fits in with the cooldown time of the quick draw ability, and you'll be able to see that in the game when I roll out. And but that's kind of how I'm balancing my hanger here. I'm kind of using a combination of weapon ranges. I'm looking at the weapon types, like something like, say, a Zeus versus a Trident. One has or at least can output more damage than, say, a 10 second. So I have balance of weapon ranges as well as the reload times. So for tridents, you have 10 seconds. Zeus is 5 seconds. So I'm kind of balancing it with that. But I'm also balancing it with the range too. And then the last one, I found in order to maximize, I guess, the usage of this kind of bot, if you have a weapon that is, the cooldown time is longer than that of the cooldown time of the quick draw ability, then it tends to work pretty well. Okay, so let's go ahead and let's go to battle and we will see what we run up against. And as you can see, they've also changed the loading screen here as well for the matchmaking. I actually really like it. It has a very clean look to it. Just waiting for some players here. I'm not sure how many players we have on the test server. Okay, so we've now dropped in on Dead City. I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get the trebuchet out of the way. We're probably going to have the tutorial thing when I load up here because I haven't fired. Yep, here we go. So this is kind of what you see when you load up the test server, your first game. So asking me to move. So I'm just going to fire one trebuchet and then swipe just so that I can get this tutorial thing completed. So I'm gonna see if I can try fire and hit someone. So let's hit him. We will then switch. So as you can see, I fired. I think it's about. We'll take a look at what the cooldown time is. So as you can see, this is kind of charging up here. I can't change my weapons. As you can see, there's still a 15-second charge right now. But my trebs are fully charged up. That guy is just staring me down back there. Okay, so I fired at this guy. I'm now gonna switch, but it allows me to now fire. I guess my one gun was blocking this wall here, but do you see kind of how I'm able to switch and fire 2 and then 2? So that's kind of like 4 maxed trebuchets at my target. So I'm using the switch to allow for that shorter burst at a time. And now what I can do is I can actually switch because my other weapons are fully charged. But what I might do is, because I'm so close, I'm gonna fire at that guy, I think, or whoever's out in the open, and then I will switch my weapons and then I'll have another 2 maxed trebs. Looks like he's firing into the wall too. Okay, so here we go. Here's a good example. I just hit that guy, switch, fire again, hit him again. So as you can see, it's kind of like getting hit by 4 trebuchets. And now, while this charges up, as I said, you have to wait 23 full seconds. It's a downside to running trebuchets. My trebuchets are actually almost fully maxed, but I have to wait 20 seconds before I can use the quick draw ability. So once again, here I am. I'm gonna switch over and we're gonna fire. So kind of that's how I would use something like this kind of setup. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to go switch to something else now. So with this setup here, I could actually snipe. If that guy was out in the open on the right side, then I could use my KWKs, but since I don't have that, I'm just going to go roll with my Zeus. See if I can make my way to center here. I actually have a lot of medium long range, which doesn't really help. This is kind of a situation now where I kind of wish I had tridents too, because that guy hiding behind there, I would have been able to get him with. I would have been able to get him with at least some splash damage. So he's wandering into a center here. Ooh, he has a. Ditch this bot here. Okay, so now we have the Trident and the Zeus. My current bots that I've been rolling out here with, the setups are more designed to do damage from long range to medium. I just wanted to get it out of my lineup. The other ones are more close range. So you see, this kind of setup might work better because the guy's kind of hiding behind cover and you have tridents to do that splash damage. Oh look, I knocked all his weapons off. he's gonna get the beacon though. Nope. So as you can see, that was kind of my first game rolling with this lineup. I didn't get to use all the builds, but let's go ahead and let's run another one. So this video is going to be more showing you, like again, I said it's going to be unedited, so I'm not editing anything out of this. You're going to kind of see how it is. In terms of testing, when I kind of go through, usually when I do test new robots and new weapons as well. Holy crap, my bot just went flying, or something just shot straight up in the air. That was pretty funny. Okay, so now I'm going to start up with my trebuchets, because these guys probably have a lot of range. And I think this is a good map to kind of show, or at least showcase, running, this bot with 4 trebs. So I'm going to wait until it loads up. And then I'm then going to kind of see if I can hit someone, and then I will switch my weapons. Okay, so I hit that guy. Now I'm going to switch. So as you can see, I pretty much hit him with 4 trebuchets. So that's kind of how this would go. Now I'm waiting for the cooldown time before I can switch again. I could probably actually fire another 1 shot. One thing that I will say though is the cooldown time for this special ability, I think, is a little bit too long. I think it needs to be reduced quite considerably to make this even somewhat competitive, I would say. I can't really attack the guy on the right side because he's got a shield. That guy I hit. Just gonna see if I can hit him again. There we go. So it pretty much did about half his HP when I hit with 4 tribs. Gonna move around the side here, see if I can get an angle on him. Only thing is the guy in center is gonna be a big concern to me. I'm gonna get hit by tribs soon. Yeah, here we go. Yeah, this guy is moving up on the right side. I won't be able to take him out. Try to shoot through the gap here. So I'm gonna switch to something that can do damage to that guy. He does have a shield, so what I've done was I've spawned in to my Butch with my tridents, because I know that tridents can do splash damage to the Galahad. If he does come close, and I have thunders. And this range is 600. So as you can see, I am doing damage to him even though he has that shield up. So that's kind of one of the benefits, I would say, to running this kind of bot. But right now there needs to be some sort of a buff to the current Butch. Like I said, the cooldown time is too long. I actually find this a little bit slow, and on top of that you don't have a shield, so you don't really have much to work with. So as you can see, I'm doing splash damage to this guy. I'm just shooting on the side and I'm able to do that splash to him. So I'm going to move closer towards center, see if I can reinforce and at least take that beacon. Once again, I do have tridents on here, but it's only 2. It's basically kind of like running a Carnage, I would say. With the Carnage, you obviously have Rush, which is nice, and you have the Ansor shield, and obviously you're quicker than this bot. But, you know, this bot kind of gives you the ability to at least switch your weapons, which is kind of nice. So, according to this, it's I think 45 seconds for the cooldown. So now that I'm in center, I do have thunders, but maybe I may be getting hit by the guy with tridents back there. So I can use my thunder here. One thing that I will say though is, because this is a heavy bot, the maneuverability on this thing is terrible. It's kind of like running a Fury, but yeah, you don't have, like, you can't turn or move around quickly, so that's something that could definitely hinder your ability to do damage with this. Aside from it being slow, you can't really turn quickly. So that's why I think something needs to be changed in terms of, you know, buffing this, the current state of the Butch robot. I'm gonna actually switch to my Zeus here. I'm not sure what this guy is in, but I would want, I think Zeus is better. If they were very close, then I would use my thunders. Looks like our one player, he may have crashed or something back there. I'm not sure what this guy is in, but he's been holding down this left beacon for quite a while here. I think he's going to go down soon. I'm going to switch to thunders because I need that close range ability. One thing that I also noticed is when I'm playing this bot, and I don't know if it's because I'm just not used to like the movement and stuff, but I actually find it very hard to turn and fire, and that may be a matter of me, you know, just not used to it, and I have to learn like the sensitivity of it, which could very well be the problem. But yeah, I find it very hard to turn and to aim with it, and this is in comparison to like other bots too. Okay, so I'm gonna roll out now with my Trident and my Zeus. This may actually be a good setup because they're kind of dug in at center, and I could possibly use my Tridents to create some sort of splash. See if I can take out that pattern there. There we go. We have another guy in center. This is gonna be... yeah, we're already outnumbered, so it's not a good position to be in. I'm gonna actually switch to my Zeus. This guy's kind of lining me up here. I think he's got a Zeus already. Yeah, he's got triple Zeus on that thing. But I think I'd rather want a Zeus going up against him than Tridents, just because it fires quicker. I was hoping to use that use this bridge to at least give me some sort of cover. He is back there. You see, the nice thing now is because he's hiding, I could actually use my Tridents, sort of flush him out. Although I don't need it now since he got cleared up by, I think it was a guy in center. But anyways, that's kind of my review of these heavy robots, of the Butch. In the comments section, let me know what you think. How would you change it? Right now, I'm thinking that I'm finding it a little bit slow. In terms of would I purchase this for gold? Probably not. Would I run it in my gold tier hangar? I definitely don't think so. It doesn't offer anything that the other robots don't offer, except for the ability to switch weapons, which I do like. But I think, you know, if I had to change, I think I would look at the cooldown time. I think the cooldown time needs to be reduced. It's too long. I think it was 45 seconds. That needs to be reduced. The delay when you switch weapons, I think, needs to be actually, reduced as well. Because when I switch, I think it's like 2 seconds before I can fire my, my other weapons. I think that needs to be reduced. If I'm going to switch, it should be quick. In terms of health, I found that I died really quick with this, and I don't know if it's because of the speed being slow or just it not having much HP. I was looking at the stats of it, so it's showing as 155k HP. A Griffin, a Natasha, and a Fury has 158, so that's kind of putting things into perspective. They also have more firepower than this thing in terms of, what weapons you can run. Like on a Fury, 3 heavies versus this. I think the Fury is actually superior than this. So if you are thinking about, running the Butch versus the Fury, I would actually go for the Fury. If you're basing everything on the current state, on this test server. So that's kind of what I would go. But yeah, let me know in the comment section below. If you like the idea of me doing a little bit more commentary like I'm doing in this video, then give this video a thumbs up, and also let me know in the comment section as well. If you haven't yet subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure to subscribe. Make sure to follow me on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, and Twitch. Until the next video, I will catch you guys later.